Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is James Caldwell, and I wanted to cover, if I could, True Blood Season 7, Episode 1. We actually start in, the whole town is actually together. They are bonding. We have vamps as well as the, pardon me, the humans. They are all having this big, it's like a cookout. It's a really nice cookout and everything. They had already talked about everything, as far as that there are these vampires that have actually been uh, exposed to a virus, which they're calling it Hep V. And with True Blood, everything that True Blood does in their little fantasy world is kind of linked off of something we have in our world. So Hep V, in short, really is like a form of hepatitis and HIV, basically. Um, but it has these vampires. They're really crazed. It's really made them crazed, and they're not going to follow any rules. You're not allowed to kill humans and all of that kind of character. They are going to bleed them dry. That's basically what they're doing. So the whole thing is the ones that are not infected, they've paired up all of the folks of the town with a vampire. Each person needs to pair up with a vampire for their protection, and they also, if you let them feed on you, then that way we're not getting all this craziness where people are actually getting killed and that kind of thing. So the vampires are getting to live from getting the blood from the humans. The humans are staying safe and not being killed by crazed vampires. So they got all that together. Everybody's real happy. Next thing you know, bam, they're hit. It's an attack by these Hep V vampires. And they go through, and it's a big old fight, baby. They are really like going at it. Everybody, there's vampires being killed, there's people being killed. And in the midst of it all, some people were actually captured. It just so happened that one of them was actually Holly, which is the witch. She's a witch. She was captured. And wife, uh, uh, Lord have mercy with the red hair. I can't think of her name. It's terrible. I'll get to it. But the child with the red hair that was married to the serial killer and all of that business, she's actually been captured. Um, Sam's girlfriend, who is actually pregnant with a shifter baby, naturally, she's been captured. Um, it's just terrible. And there was a cop who was captured, and a couple other random people. They all got captured. Suki was able to protect herself with her light a little bit. Tara had actually paired up with her mother. They had come to terms with their screwed up relationship. And Tara said, "Come on, Mom, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here." Her mother's like hiding behind the car. She's going on. Her mother's ridiculous. And she's doing this whole thing. I don't want to die here like this. No, Lord Jesus. She's ridiculous. But she's sitting there. And in the midst of her doing all that, bam, here we go. You got a vampire, one of the vampires, the Hep V vampires, comes, and then now Tara has to fight him. They're in a fight and everything. The fight all breaks down, breaks out, and we're hearing all this wailing and crying and carrying on, honey. And then when they go over, they find it's Tara's mother, and Tara is just goop all over her mother. And I was shocked because I don't put it past them to ever write a character out, but not Tara, and not that soon. But whatever. So Tara was dead. She's gone. Um, they basically end up sending everybody home. They want everybody to go ahead and go home. Suki is doing Suki, her normal. She's listening to people, and people are having things to say about her. They're like, this is all her fault. If it would never be for her love of vampires, we wouldn't have this issue. So her feelings were hurt. But her feelings really got hurt because LC was actually thinking something along those lines. And she walked off into the woods, as only Suki would do. She walked on off. So they sent everybody home. They're trying to get everybody together, send them home, get them out of the dark and all that stuff, and tell them, take the vampires with you. Jessica had actually offered herself to Andy for protection for Adelaide. And, he's afraid because she killed her three sisters. And she told her, do not let her in. Do not invite her in for any reason. Don't invite her in. And Andy went on to help at the, or at the town meeting or whatever to try to get some of that mess together to try to figure something out. Um, Look around again. Suki finally comes home. And my thing is, it's so weird to me how she goes through like little things that she goes through, and they have like all this stuff going on, and Suki can always find it in herself to go somewhere and fuck. Like, I just don't get it. She can always find a reason to go on home and fuck, honey. So she went on. She ends up, after she's done being mad, carrying on, she come on back, and her and Elsie go on to get on down. Like they was at a hard day's work. Not like half the town's all chewed up, but like a hard day's work, baby, they getting it in. Same thing with Jason and his vampire girlfriend, uh, Veronica. What is Veronica? Is her name? And him and her, they outside getting down because usually she just makes him give her oral sex. She doesn't let him penetrate her. So he done told her he's tired of that, baby. He said, "We going to fuck." With his old country ass. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "I'm sick of it. I got blue balls. You and I, we're going to fuck. I'm going to fuck you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck you." So that's exactly what he did right outside on the car. Keep in mind, there's just happy vampires running around. But on the car, they was having business. Getting it in. So they did all that. The next day, everybody goes and they basically meet up at the church. Oh, let me go back. Tara's mother, she had to get some vampire blood because she was all just hysterical and everything. So they had given her a little bit of vamp blood just to calm her nerves and all this. Well, maybe that just made it worse because she's an ex-junkie. So she literally had this whole thing going. She had delusions going on that she could actually see Tara. And she said, "Oh, I'm coming for you, baby. I'm coming for you." She's just crazy as shit. She went through all that, and they told the, Lord knows, she's a Christian, and she goes with the damn minister. Remember, she stole the minister off of his wife a couple seasons ago. So she says, no, goes on her way. The minister told them, no more vamp blood. Don't give her any more, because of her past, this, that, and the other. Don't give her any more V. So that was that. The next day, all the town, they're at the church, and they're trying to plan what it is that they're going to do. Well, Suki came in, and baby, that town is just a shady. They didn't turn on her. She's reading everybody's thoughts. They were letting her have it. They were giving very much a Suki Stackhouse. She's nothing but a vampire-loving whore. And it wasn't for her, none of this would have happened. I mean, and it was everybody in the church. Everybody was having something to say except for basically LC and Jason, basically. And she actually went up to up into the altar. She went to touch Tara's mother on the shoulder. Tara came out of her mouth and told her, "Don't you touch me, Stackhouse. This is all your fault." So she was leaving. She got up and she was going to leave out of the church and everything. So as she's getting ready to leave, she decides to turn around. She told me, she says, "I know more about vampires than anybody, and this, that, thing, and the other. And I know you all are blaming me, but if you just let me help, and this, that, thing, and the other." So they all were looking at her like, "Okay, all right, girl," But they're pissed off at her. But I don't know why she didn't want to just tell them to go to hell instead of trying to help them, because they're just so goddamn ignorant. Everybody thinks she's a whore, and everybody thinks it's her fault. But any rate. Then, for protection, they actually gave Jessica's boyfriend to Lafayette. Now, I could be running with this, but they had a really good conversation, and the boyfriend was telling Lafayette how he ended up becoming a vampire and all that. He basically was gay bashed. He was accused of being a fag or whatever. He got gay bashed, and left to die, and some vampire came and let him back up. But he never said that he was actually gay. But that was some of what the people were saying, and when they bashed him. So that was really weird. They basically were smoking weed, him and Lafayette, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I think in the way of plots, whenever he did get to go ahead and feed off of Lafayette, because he said, let's I need to go ahead and feed and everything, and he said I got to get high, so that's when he started smoking the weed. Then the vampire asked him could he get some of the weed. He got the weed, and baby, when they went to get to it for him to go feed off of Lafayette, child, I thought he was getting ready to kiss him in the mouth. So I said, oh, here's going to be some shit, honey, because if we got a battle with Lafayette and that black magic he got going on and fucking with Jessica, because you know how Jessica is about her men. So I don't know. That would be very interesting, but we're going to see what's going to happen. Adelaide, is it Adelaide or Adeline? Adeline, that's her name, Adeline, the little fairy girl. She basically ended up, because the Hep Fee vampire came and smelled her. Remember, they smelled different. The fairies smelled different. He wanted to get over there to fight with Jessica and all that, and then it was getting ready to be sunrise. She did invite Jessica in and told her, she almost bit the shit out of her too, but she told her to go up in the attic. So she stayed up in the attic. And you could hear the other vampire burning up on the porch. So they did all that. And that was basically all in this first episode. And then we have Eric. Nobody knows where the hell Eric is. Bill's basically just at home and things are just going on. Eric, nobody can find Eric. So here we have Pam is overseas fucking looking for Eric. She was like in France, and then they showed her somewhere else. She's really, really looking for Eric. And they show her going through all these different things. She's like doing a Russian roulette thing with this other vampire and trying to get information. She's searching real hard for her maker. So that's that. So I don't know. I'm like, we need Eric to come back to try to get this shit straightened out. The people that were actually snatched up, they're actually being held at Fantasia. So that's the whole thing. They're like literally, they're holding people and they're, they have like a whole plan. They're eating a little bit at a time, until they can go and do another attack and grab people, to have the vampires. So the first episode is very interesting, very True Blood. I'm all in. I can't wait to see how all this shit unfolds. All I know is I want Eric to come on back, baby, so we can get the real live motherfucking fighting going on. And that was the other thing. Whenever they did the attack, somebody blew a whistle. And that's when the attack stopped. So I don't know what that was all about. Like who decides when to stop and who blew the whistle? And there's a lot. I had a lot of questions. But we're in there. We're going to hang on in there. I'm sad that this is the last season, but we're going to hang in there and watch Miss Sookie and her nasty behind, honey. I don't think the child ever wears drawers, honey, because she's always being screwed. But anyway, it doesn't matter to her. A vampire, a regular person, a dog, a damn shifter, a horse. She's that kind of bitch. But anyway, on that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. You guys can thumbs up or thumbs down the video. You know how that works. Definitely leave me comments if I missed anything. I'm sure I did because there was so much that there's no way to possibly do it in a short amount of time and really talk about everything. But I just talked about the things that really stuck out for me. But definitely add to the comments if there's something I missed that you found really important. I would love to have it. So on that, thank you guys for clicking on the video, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.